Greetings mortals, Warevo here. Before the video begins, I want to take a moment to address something that I forgot to mention in my update video. I want to take a minute to talk about my purpose and the purpose behind this channel. So, my initial purpose behind this channel and my ultimate goal is to tell my testimony, being a Christian, of how God brought me to this point, the struggles and trials that He delivered me from. I do not know at present time how to do that, nor am I at the point where I am technologically or experientially ready. Until that time, right now, I just want to have fun. Bear in mind, I have no intentions of monetizing off of this channel. If I get to the point where I'm able to monetize, great, so be it. But I don't want to monetize. I want to share my faith and share my love of these old games that some of you probably weren't even born when they came out. But I want to show you how much I love these old games, and some of them I will be experiencing for the first time as well. And I hope that you guys will be along for the ride with me. Now bear in mind, I have no intentions of, at least in the short term, using AI or anything like that to help me create content. I do plan on creating shorts once I get to learn my editing software better and once I get more experience. Until then, enjoy the ride and enjoy Ape Escape Final Roundup Part 1. Thank you and God bless. Greetings, mortals! I am Warevo once again, and welcome back to Ape Escape. Today we are beginning part 1 of what I am going to refer to as the Final Roundup. We're going to the Mysterious Age, and you are going to watch me suffer. This first part's pretty easy, though there's one part of it that, if you're a newcomer, I can understand how you'd very easily miss. But we'll point that out when we get there. Now, you're gonna see me jump cutting a lot here and there, because most of this is stuff you've already seen. And I know you guys want to see me get to the good stuff, and not just see me aimlessly wandering around looking for where I'm supposed to go like I am here. So, there's a lot of stuff I'll be cutting out. There's a few things that I should cut out that I won't, because you deserve to see how much this game has made me suffer in some spots. Now, this section of the level stumped me as a kid for multiple reasons. I'll get to one of them here in just a minute. But first, as soon as I get past this door here, yoink! Up here, we have these stupid little pigs that you saw in Galaxy Monkey. This is their only other appearance in the game outside of the Galaxy Monkey minigame, which is a wasted opportunity. Now, the first thing about this portion of the level that stumped me, back in the day, we had these little bitty magazines in the magazine rack in the checkout aisles at Walmart. One of them had a little bitty comic of Ape Escape in it. It had 5 or 6 pages. Each one had a different little tip or trick about the game. One page had a section on it where it mentioned that in one part of the level, there was supposedly a stop sign when you came back to the level the second time for this particular part that had a stop sign that was supposed to lead you down to a secret passage that led you to the monkey down below. I have never been able to find that stop sign, ever. Now, part that stumped me number 2, this right here. The only reason I discovered this secret passage here as a kid was because one of the pigs knocked me over the edge and I ended up accidentally landing on the edge of the platform and catching myself. How on earth would you know about this if you were not either looking online or were specifically looking and found yourself getting bored? Now, here's an example of one of the spots where you get to see me look like an idiot. I know I talk about me being an Ape Escape professional or whatever, knowing what I'm doing. But then there are times like this when the controller doesn't agree with me, or the game doesn't agree with me. Or, as is the case here, I just simply can't remember what I'm doing because I've been playing other games for so long. And again, you'll see me abruptly jump cutting from time to time because I kind of have to cut out some of these long boring stretches where I do nothing, because otherwise it's going to be a 45-minute video and nobody has that kind of attention span. But the best part is, hey, you get to see me actually acting like a human. All my imperfections and my innate stupidity. Yeah, grab the Spectre coin. And get eaten again. Right here, I got so frustrated with that stupid plant that I decided to break out the explosive pellets on the slingback shooter and try to destroy it. Which apparently didn't work. So I just decided to use the stun club instead. Boom! And yoink. And here you get to see a popular speedrunning strat. Boom! The magic punch can blow that away, and that saves you time so you don't have to do that. It's a very clever speedrun strat. One of the primary differences between Ape Escape 1 and 2 is you can see here, using the water net, you can move up and down and through the water freely while accelerating. In Ape Escape 2, you can't do that. The only way you can accelerate is to go up to get oxygen. You cannot move freely while accelerating in the water in Ape Escape 2. And personally, I think that's dumb. Just like this plant refusing to leave me alone and not giving me a break. But that's my fault for jumping into its mouth in the first place. Now, right here, you're supposed to use the slingback shooter to shoot that monkey down. But I was too lazy, and I decided to use the stun club instead. I mean, it worked. It worked very effectively. But right up here, you'll see something that you saw earlier that I didn't talk about. This monkey right up here, right there, uses that tree as a sort of mech suit. He'll jump up in that hole, the tree will wake up, and the tree will start attacking you. Right here. What you're supposed to do. He'll start attacking you with his branches. You have to attack both branches. Boom, boom. When both branches are back, you attack the trunk. It's really easy to do with the magic punch. Because the magic punch is like a cheat code on its own. Boom. Now, this section is a bit tricky for me. These rolling stones kind of remind me of the jungle section in Crash Bandicoot, which, fair enough. I have to look up Crash Bandicoot to see what year it came out, but I think it came out roughly around the same time as Spyro the Dragon. But right here, that monkey has really good eyesight because he saw me from all the way up here. With most UFOs, they will almost always shoot at you while they're flying. This one does not shoot, or at least he didn't shoot at me this time. But in typical UFO hunting fashion, 3 hits and he's down. If I can get off my bad aim. Boom! Take out the plant before he takes me out, and get the monkey. And that's it for this level. See you in another level, brother. Now we move on to another level that I absolutely hate revisiting the second time around. You'll see. This is one of those levels that's on my list of top most hated levels in the whole game. You'll find out real quick. But first, grab that, and get the monkey up here. This one's really easy to get to once you get the Sky Flyer. Just jump, yoink, and no muss, no fuss. That's another thing that happens now and then too. And you'll see that a few times here where I'll try to go forward, but then Spike will get caught on something and he'll act like he's trying to push it. It's bad collision detection, but I've gotten used to it over the years. It still frustrates me though. We have the Goombas from Mario, the dots from Legend of Zelda. What's next? Bubbles? Oh wait, yeah, we have that too. As well as SpongeBob Round Onion that you saw outside. Yay! Yeah, I'm not letting you guys get the jump on me this time. I learned from my last visit to this level. You ain't doing this to me again. Now this monkey's really easy to get. Knock him down with the slingback shooter, wait for him to come down, and he'll go right into your net. Very easy. Which is more than can be said for the monkey in here. Which kind of goes without saying since he's a green pants wearing rocket monkey surrounded by flaming Geodudes. But this time, he didn't give me too much of a problem. Though I did die a couple of times trying to get to the Spectre coin, but I ended up cutting that out. Yep, Spectre coin right up there. And of course, I didn't see that the monkey had turned a fan on up there, so I ended up getting blown away there. The secret weapon is always the magic punch. Bang and yoink. And I finally got the idea of getting the Spectre coin from here where it is much, much safer. One potato, two potato, three potato, five. I am gonna send this monkey back in time. Yoink! And of course, we get to the part of the level that I hate most. The part of this level I've been putting off, please stop getting stuck on things, thank you, for so long. Runt and Chino. Yep. This is the part of this video that took me the longest. I mentioned before that these two like to send you around on a wild goose chase in an endless loop. That is exactly what happened to me here. Now, I don't think I'm going to show all of it. Just enough for you to be able to understand some of the frustration I had to go to catch these two bozos. In the immortal words of Bugs Bunny, of course you realize this means war. The strategy I rely on is to push down the L3 button, the left analog stick, to crawl up to them. But you can see here, that doesn't always work. You have two options in that case. You can either crawl along the edge, or the jumping in the water trick from Crumbling Castle also works here just fine. Now, Runt is not near as much of a problem here as Chino is. There's also another monkey up there that I'll get to here in a minute. Runt is a blue pants speedster, while Chino is one of those monkeys who relies on rockets with the glasses, a green pants monkey. Now, I made a couple of attempts at this before I finally employed the secret weapon. But, yeah, it's a pain in the butt. Especially when you're dealing with a pair of monkeys that jumps across bottomless pits, leaving you with massive chasms you have to cross where one wrong step and you're falling to your death. Now here, I was stupid. When he turned back at me right there, I should have curled up into a ball. But I didn't. He got away, and I decided to go after the Spectre coin instead. And this is where I cut to Runt's capture. Now, I'm going to take just a minute to show you guys just how clumsy I am. I almost had him here if it hadn't been for that. That was one of the dumbest things I did in this whole playthrough.
A few moments later.
Boink! And yoink! That's one down. Now here, I get to do something that I actually enjoy doing. Because there's a monkey sleeping in that coffin up there. In order to open the coffin, you have to break those stone faces that spit fire. Jump, swing. Jump, swing. It's that easy. Rinse and repeat. Once you finish, you get your shiny reward, one monkey. But the problem is, the monkey does not wake up until you get into the sarcophagus. And you cannot capture him in the sarcophagus. You cannot touch him. You have to wait for him to jump out, and boink. All yours. Now to go catch Chino. This guy right here. Yep, he's one of these guys. He gives me a lot more problems than Runt does. And now it's time for a face-off. And I'd like to take Chino's face off. Out of my way. And right here, if I hadn't missed him, I'd have got him. It didn't even register in his mind that I was there. He just jumped off. Now you have to be careful because those rockets can be a pain in the butt. And a pain in the face. Literally.
1 million zillion jillion dillion cotillion times later.
I'm not beating around the bush this time. Nice and easy. And boom. All mine. Now get me out of here. Just the section with Runt and Chino took me 30 minutes. That's 20 minutes worth of footage that I was able to cut. Well, roughly 15 to 20, but still. Now,
Let's go!
a relatively easier part. Easy. This level is going to be a cakewalk compared to Dark Ruins. Remember my first trip here? In my second video ever? Well, I think technically it was my third video, but my very first Ape Escape video, my test video, is now unlisted, so you can't see it. Not unless I specifically send you a link. This here is another example of something you could use in a speedrun. This requires the magic punch, or the secret weapon as I like to call it. Boom. Now you don't have to do that bridge. And the secret weapon makes short work of these guys. I am one with my shoe size, Double T. That's nice, Ed. Just hit the stupid thing. And now we have one of my favorite items in the game, the guided pellets. Yoink. Mine. The other monkeys are pretty easy to get to from here. But first, there's a Spectre coin over here we need to get. And mine. All mine. Now normally with these guys I'm smart enough to attack them with the slingback shooter at a distance. Clearly I wasn't that smart here. And it shows. Boink, 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 and boink. That opens the cage to be able to get to the next monkey. You all know how I feel about narrow ledges. But that doesn't stop me here. Slingback shooter. Come on, hit it. Boom. He's gone. Cross the ice bridge. Almost die. Get that extra life. Get the extra life. Take out another one of those Firebird things. And another monkey. And that just leaves us with one last monkey in this level. Crash. Not Bandicoot. Now the last time I came here, I mentioned a little bit of sequence breaking that can be done in this level. You're gonna see that with the monkey up ahead. As soon as I get up here, give me just a minute. Now, that cage right there. You can see it's one of those ones you're supposed to use the RC car on, but you don't need it here. All you need is the slingback shooter and a little bit of luck. And of course, the essence of all comedy, timing. A little bit of patience. One well-placed swat, and right through the cage.
Yes.
Goodbye. And that is this level complete.
You did it!
Now, I didn't get all of the Spectre coins, but I'm not really too worried about the Spectre coins right now. I'm more worried about getting the monkeys, the final boss and all that. Now, I know I said I would save this for a live stream, but it's taking me a little bit longer than I thought it would to get the equipment that I need to get better audio quality. Because right now I'm having to do a lot of heavy editing on my voice for you guys to be able to hear me. Right here, I'm going to go ahead and save on screen so that you guys can see and I have visual proof that I did not screw myself over like I have multiple times in the past. I'm going to save you right there. And that is all for now. This is Warevo signing off. Thank you and God bless.